Well, hello, class, and welcome to Marriage and Family Systems from Moody Bible Distance Learning. I am your fearless leader, Professor Jeff, and welcome to week 2. Hey, we've actually got week 1 down, and I want to tell you it was a fantastic week. Now, you may think to yourself, oh, every week is a fantastic week. Wrong. I've had classes that the first week wasn't so fantastic. This was a fantastic week. Your discussion boards were great. Your responses to each other were encouraging, and you asked great questions and provided resources for each other. Yes, that's what I like. This is good stuff. And your papers were great too. I am going to be grading. I will grade this class on Tuesday and Wednesday morning, Tuesday night, Wednesday morning, and then I have a couple other classes that I had to grade. So I'll be grading this class first. And so that I'll hopefully have your grades here pretty soon. Although the Cubs are playing in the World Series tonight, so I may not get it all done tonight. So hopefully, even if you're not a Cubs fan, even if you're not from this area, root them on. 71 years since been in the World Series, 108 since they've won a World Series. So it's their year. Say a prayer. All right. So this week, week 2, we're going to be talking about that. You know that. That thing that people don't want to talk about, but is destroying the church. It is destroying marriages. It is keeping men from being the leaders that they need to be. I've worked with youth for 25 years. It is ripping our young men apart, their hearts apart, and now even more young women. So we're going to be talking about pornography. We're not going to hold back. We're not going to mince words. We're not going to use euphemisms. Pornography. We are going to be doing a discussion board. You're doing a discussion board about effects of pornography pre and post a marriage, and also you're going to be doing a paper taking into account Romans 12:2 about renewing the mind, and then the hooked material from McLevaney and Bush, particularly the brain chemistry stuff, which is really important. A little disclosure about me. I am currently in the process, I think you guys know, I am a master's level, I have a master's in marriage and family therapy, and I'm a licensed clinical professional counselor. But I'm taking a step further, and I am currently in the process of beginning my CSAT, which is a Certified Sex Addiction Specialist. So when I graduate in a couple of years with that, when I get that certification, I will be able to incorporate that into my private practice. And that's really part of my heart and part of the ministry of the Well, which is my private practice. I want to help guys that porn is destroying, not just porn, but sexual compulsivity is destroying their spiritual lives. It's destroying their marital lives. They're not the father they want to be. They're not the worker they want to be. It's just destroying them. And it's destroying our kids too. I've worked with teenagers for 25 years. And you would not believe how rampant it is among our teenagers. They're watching it on their tablets and their phones. Sometimes in the living room with their parents cooking dinner. I mean, it's crazy, some of the stories I've heard. So, with that said, I want to give you a couple of caveats, a couple of things to think about. As you're doing your discussion boards, as you're doing this paper, but particularly the discussion boards, be very careful about self-disclosure. I'm not saying you can't self-disclose and you can't use part of your story. Please do. But be very careful about doing it in such a way that it might trigger somebody else, or if you're too graphic, it might make somebody else very uncomfortable. But I can tell you, every person in this class has been touched by pornography. Either culturally, family, marriage, friend, somewhere along the way, or in ministry context. And it's Satan, it's satanic, and he's using it to hold back people from their potential of God using them. So that's my soapbox. I have a lot to say about it, but I'm going to leave it at that. I will tell you that there is hope and healing, and there on the other side of that, I've worked with many, many people who have been healed. Healing isn't always like that, right? Sometimes healing is one step at a time, one day at a time, 1 hour at a time. So I've known many, many people who are like that. So I will tell you a quick story before we go, and this will tell you the impact of pornography on marriage. I was told of a story of a couple that I know They were both sitting at the table. She takes the laptop and she clicks in and she types in xxchurch.com, which is the most effective Christian ministry, web-based internet ministry for internet porn, to help people come out of porn. And so she typed in xxchurch.com, and she didn't say anything, she slid the laptop over. And he looked at it, and then he goes, and then he types in, and she gets the laptop back. He says nothing, passes it back, and he had put it on the Weight Watchers website. All right, females in this class. Can you imagine that? That's, wow. So, denial is not just a river in Egypt. So we need to make sure that we are prepared to deal with the tough stuff. All right, I've rambled long enough. This week, I would like you to tell me what your favorite movie is. All right, onward and upwards.